Hey, welcome to This Day in History. I'm Chuck and this is Josh from Stuff You Should Know. And today we're going to talk about the self-immolation of Thich Quang Duc.
Yeah.
So what's today's date?
Today's June 11th, and back in 1963, Father Thich, Monk Thich, Mr. Thich.
Or Mr. Duck, we're not quite sure.
Yeah, he carried out a pretty legendary, act of protest, right?
Yeah.
On a busy street in Saigon.
Yeah, he was Buddhist like about 70% of his countrymen and women. Unfortunately, the leader in Vietnam at the time was Catholic, and he didn't care for Buddhists too much.
No, so if you were Buddhist, you couldn't advance in the military, you didn't have as much access to social services. There was a lot of discrimination by the minority Catholics in power against the majority Buddhists who were, making up most of the population of the country.
Yeah, so Duc, or Thich, decided to basically set himself on fire on the corner of a busy intersection in Saigon. It's about 400 people standing around, and he had a friend douse him with gasoline.
A friend.
Lit the match, and when they do this, they're not writhing around in pain. The whole idea is to just stay very still in protest and accept your fate.
Right, well, he's a Buddhist monk, and they're kind of good at, achieving a state of bliss or nirvana or what have you, and that's what he was doing while he was on fire. He didn't move a muscle while he burned to death. And about 400 people stood around and watched this, and it very quickly became international news.
Yeah, a very famous photograph exists, and it's a very iconic photo that's endured through the ages, and he ascended from that point. And he's not the first guy to do this, though, right?
Oh, he may have been the first, but
yeah?
he certainly wasn't the last. The Arab Spring of a couple years ago was kicked off by a street vendor in Tunisia who was protesting high taxes, and he self-immolated as well. So if you really want to get a lot of attention to your cause, set yourself on fire in public and don't move a muscle.
Yeah.
It tends to inspire others.
Agreed.
But don't do that.
That's right. That's been This Day in History, June 11th, 1963.
Right.
Good day.